evening, and I am so thrilled to be able to host this event for our newest Offspring Sales Director, Mcconaughey, and her incredible Sparkling Hearts unit. We are just thrilled that all of you have come out tonight to be with us this evening, and we have lots and lots of celebration planned. And so before we get started, I just want to do some quick recognition. If you are a guest in the room, will you just stand so that we can applaud you and thank you appropriately for being with us here tonight? Thanking you first because we love it that you've come out to join us for this incredible event, and we know that your consultant just said you got to come, it's going to be fantastic, it's going to be wonderful, and just trust me, you got to be here with me. And you trusted her, and you were a woman of your word, and you came out to support and celebrate our event tonight, and we are extremely grateful to you. As we go throughout our little segment here in this room tonight, we're going to do some free product drawings. So who's feeling like I'm lucky tonight? I'm going to get some free stuff tonight. Woo! Okay. Good, because we want an interactive, fun crowd, okay? So we're going to keep it rolling here this evening. And so as we start, I just want to share with you that I've had the privilege of being in Mary Kay for almost 14 years. Before I came into the company, I was working full-time at the University of Nebraska Foundation, and really came into Mary Kay thinking I was just going to have a hobby, make a little bit of extra money to pay off student loan debt. Consultants in the room, how many of you thought it's just going to be a little hobby? Just a little hobby. Just a little hobby. Okay. 6 months later and a free car later at that point, I left that job at the university, went full-time into Mary Kay to be an executive trainer with the company, and it has been a joyous journey. And so I am a woman who stands before you tonight passionate about the vision we have of building a national area, and so excited that Annie and her unit are a part of that national area coming together. So you will get the feel tonight that our passion is people. We love our product, but without question our passion is people. And so we hope that if you feel anything this evening, that whether you're a guest or a consultant in the room tonight, that you leave with your heart just filled to overflowing, and that you go home tonight, have some pink dreams, and wake up tomorrow morning with a lot of extra joy and pep in your step. So we would be remiss if we did not start this evening off tonight by talking about our incredible founder, Mary Kay Ash. Mary Kay Ash started our company 48 years ago. In fact, we celebrated the anniversary of our company just a couple of weeks ago. And when Mary Kay designed our company, she designed it with a mission in her mind that would be to enrich the lives of women. And that's been our banner that we've worked with and worked under and lived with for 48 years, is enriching the lives of women. And she also had a mission about women living a rich life. How many of you want to live a rich life? Like a really rich life. And that, of course, you can think of finances first of all, and financial freedom is, do you not love his little squeakies? I just love his little squeaks. If you didn't know, Annie not only birthed a unit, but she birthed little baby Scotty 2 weeks ago at the same time. Does that deserve a round of applause? So we're fine with little squeakies going on, because this company is about God first, family second, and career third. And one of the things that Annie loved about coming into Mary Kay was that she could have it all in this business. And so we're celebrating that tonight, and we're celebrating our founder and everything that she came to create for us and giving us truly a dream company. And those of you who are in the room, directors and consultants, will you raise your hand if you feel privileged, that you feel like you work for a dream company? Oh my goodness, if I could raise both hands and both feet right now and not look ridiculous, I would. Because I am so grateful for what this company has provided us with, and it's a joyful journey. So I'm going to bring Annie up. I want to tell you a few things about her before I bring her forth. We are then going to ask her sister directors to come up and join her, and we'll be oathing her as a brand new sales director kind of first off for the night, okay? So Annie Mcconaughey came into our unit last year, 1 year ago at this time. And I had the privilege of meeting her at a grand opening. And if you're a guest with us here in the room, when you're a brand new consultant, we love to give your business a great kickoff. And so we do an event called a grand opening. And it's just a great way to get everything going. And she was at that appointment as a guest. And Annie became a great customer that night. And I just loved her. I loved her spirit. I loved her heart. I loved her. She's the kind of person that you just love. To know Annie is to love her. To know her is to adore her. And so when she was walking out of the room, out of that home that evening, I said, we should think about Mary Kay. And she said, oh No, I wouldn't. Consultants in this room, how many of you said that? And I said, well, I'd love it if you would, and I want to give you a no strings attached packet with a little information, and can we just talk? And praise the good Lord Jesus. She was willing to think about it, take that decision home to Keegan and talk about it, about their family, and really look at this for her. So in this 1 year time, now 1 year is not very long, is it? That's a short period of time. Annie has not only become a new sales director in the company, but she has also earned the use of a free Mary Kay car. Super hot and sporty Malibu, and she was recognized at seminar in front of 10,000 people, coming down the big stage, picking up her very first diamond ring as a consultant in the National Court of Sales. So she has done about everything that you can do in your first year in Mary Kay, and her accolades are fantastic. But my favorite things about Annie are that she is teachable, she has joy personified, she lives and works with peace, she invests like crazy into her people. She is without question a servant leader. And you know, Mary Kay, when she started our company, she gave us all the baubles and all the bling and all the fun stuff that we could tap into in our company. But most importantly, Mary Kay's mission was so clear that she knew it's not about the trappings of success. It's about making a significant difference in the lives of other people. And what I appreciate most about Annie and what she brings to our national area is that she got that from day one. When she was signing her independent beauty consultant agreement, she said, I am doing this so I can be a blessing to my family and so I can be a blessing to other women. So I introduce you to Omaha's newest sales director, Annie Mcconaughey.
For being here tonight and supporting this awesome business, and thank you for being here to just to celebrate our unit. And oh my gosh, I'm just so filled with joy. I don't even know what to say. So just thank you for being here, and you just never know what can happen.
Love it. One of the greatest perks when you move up in Mary Kay is all of the girlfriends that you're surrounded with. And of course, you're surrounded by girlfriends the moment you join our company. And it's the greatest girlfriends club in all the world because they love you and appreciate and celebrate you for who you truly are. I see heads nodding in the room like, yes, you appreciate that about our environment. And that just gets better and better and better as women move up the career path in the company. So our sister directorhood is an amazing group of women, and there are many orchid suits in the room. And so we're going to call forth the incredible sales directors in the room to come forward, and the DIQs who are with us tonight. So come on down. It's so neat to hear where everybody's come from. And while we don't have the opportunity to hear everybody's story tonight, although that would be magnificent and awesome, we can hear a little snippet. So I'm going to ask each of our directors and our DIQs, who are the next directors, part of the next generation of Mary Kay leadership in the company, to share with us your name, how long you've been building your business, and the number one reason why you desire to be in leadership in this company. Okay?
I'm Stacy Badura, and I've been building my business for 7 years, and the reason why I decided to be in leadership was to be able to really design my life. I was working as a high school counselor, and I loved that job, but the not just the income, but the opportunities to move up were not there, and so that's why I just chose to be in leadership.
I'm Angela Schneider from Aurora, Nebraska, and I've been building my business a little over a year. And wow, to pick just one, there are so many amazing reasons, and I'm going to pick right now just the amazing women that we get to do life with, that I'm surrounded by up here. The Amazing Girlfriends Club, and how it elevates your life when you surround yourself with amazing women.
She's my amazing friend, so I agree with her on that. My name is Chelsea DeBryan, and I'm from Oskaloosa, Iowa, and I actually started Mary Kay from the womb. My mom is my senior director, so I had a little bit of a different advantage. And I did go off and go to college and go to the corporate world, and that made me realize that the number one reason that I love Mary Kay is because when you're in this business, you're in the business of doing so much more. And sitting in that cubicle made me realize that that's what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to do something beyond a cubicle. I wanted it to stand for so much more.
Hi, I'm April Lovano, and I am in DIQ right now. And I've been doing this business for 6 months. And the best experience about this really is just the confidence that it's given me and all these wonderful, inspiring women.
Hi, I'm Christine Van Akron from Lincoln, Nebraska, and I've been with Mary Kay a long time. 18 years, half my life. But the thing that, the reason that I moved into leadership was mainly the example that I could set for my family, the women that I got to work with and what they saw, and it's amazing what's taught by your kid, what's caught by your kids when you're trying to teach them, but they actually just see you working. So it's amazing what my kids have learned through this business. So congratulations for being here.
Hi, I'm Linda Yeager from Hooper, Nebraska. I've been in Mary Kay for 10 years, but I just became a Mary Kay director in July. What I love most about Mary Kay is it's the only company I know where we can actually love people to success.
Good evening, and congratulations again, Annie and Linda. My name is Patty Anderson. I'm from north central Nebraska, a little town called Norden, Nebraska. It's near Valentine. I have been building my business longer than most of you have been alive. I have been in the company for 30 years and working for 15. And that's one advantage of Mary Kay, is you get to do it at your own time. But the reason that I'm in leadership is to have a positive impact on the lives of women, either through our product or our career opportunity. And so welcome tonight.
I am Mary Buckley, and I am from Kansas. Everyone up there, I think it's from Nebraska or close by, but I'm from Kansas. And you know, my story is much like yours. I've been with the company, it'll be 27 years, and I've been a director for 9. And it was, I tell my consultants I've worked at all levels, from very hobby to full-time to career time now. And it is definitely, when we're ready to move up, we can. But I think the reason that I really wanted to be in the leadership position was because I was as high up as I could go in the civilian world through law enforcement, and I knew that there was something more. And I had a lot more to offer in the 20 years that I had left before I wanted to retire, and I was not getting to do anything at work that was really putting me in the position that I was going to be happy retired, meaning with some money. And so here it is. I love working with the women. I love the pay that we were able to receive. But really it's the idea of getting to mentor and loving and encouraging women and their families, everyone that's along with that on the ride.
I'm Patty Cornell from Omaha, Nebraska, and I just got back from the Top Director trip to Raleigh. I'm sporting a tan, and I told Amy the only thing missing was Amy and Peter. We missed you on the trip so badly, and it was great. And I want to congratulate you, Annie, and don't think about that right now. In the front row. And congratulations to you too, Amy. I just see your national area coming together, and like you, I feel like this passion all over again for myself to build my national area. I do too, and primarily to bring up the next generation. My daughter is here, and right there, Katie, raise your hand. She's a consultant, and it's women like Katie that I want to bring up. And it was just really laid on my heart on the trip. There's so many national sales directors whose daughters are on the Top Director trip. It was just amazing to me. I'm a freedom and choice kind of gal, and I'm in a different season in my life. And I cannot possibly go back 27 years ago and tell you you know, all the reasons why I joined Mary Kay, because I had no idea. I thought I was going to do this for a summer job, and here I am 27 years later, like you, and it's great. So it's great to be here. Thanks so much, Amy, for putting this on. I love your banner. And I couldn't be more proud to have my DIQ speak next, okay?
And I'm Bernadette Hupp. I've been building my business 22 years. But again, you can pick and choose how fast, how slow. I want to help Patty get to that national. And I want my picture up there like that. Come on, how cool is that? So that's, and I want to help women achieve the best that they are outside of a cubicle or working, you know, where they're, I mean, did they have in the paper today how to exercise in your cubicle today? How sick is that? No, you want to come on, that's excited to do it. So that's
Exercising in the cubicle. Interesting. Okay. Good evening. I'm Lynette Sorrentino, and I live here in Omaha. I've moved 4 times in my business, and I've been Mary Kay for 23 years. I became a consultant for the freedom and flexibility and the choices, and that's why I love to be able to share this business with other women. Because how many of you look at your list of have-tos and whether it would be a list of want-tos? This business is about freedom and choice, and I want to do all the want-tos that I get to do in my life instead of the have-tos.
Good evening, I am Erica Plucknett, and I am from Manly, Nebraska, which is population 191. So, 200. Yay, Manly! And I have been building my business for less than a year, and the reason why I came into Mary Kay was obviously just to see what I could do. Why not? The reason I chose to move up into leadership is because I experienced things that I had done personally through personal growth and personal change and a boost of confidence that I never thought that I would be able to do. And it just, as soon as I thought that was huge, I can't believe I did that, the very next month I did something bigger. And so to be able to experience the power of God moving through you is something incredible. And so that's definitely why I am so happy and blessed to be a leader, because now I get to live and lead the best life that I've ever lived in and get to help other women do that too.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Schlegel, and I'm also a DIQ, and I've been building my business for a little over a year. And the #1 reason why I want to be in leadership is so that I can be a blessing to other women the way Mary Kay has been a blessing for me.
Good evening, I'm Melissa Taylor Yendrick, and I am proud to be the mama of Amy and the grandma of the incredible Annie. And the other night, I have to laugh because Stacy was visiting our success event. I'm from David City, Nebraska. I hold my meetings in Lincoln, and I was telling my story. I've been in the company 16 years, 15 years as a sales director, and I really thought it seemed too good to be true, and I didn't wear the products and thought, I would love to be a change agent in the world, and if Mary Kay would allow me to do that, I would love to be able to do that, and still someday I might want to have kids, and someday I might want to be at home with them. And so I joined thinking it probably wouldn't work, but I didn't always want to doubt and wonder. And so in that passion and pursuit, God blessed me, one, with conviction that yes, I did want to have children, all 6 of them. And so as I was telling that story, and I said, I'm so excited to have my granddaughter here too. And that's Stacy, which and Mary Kay, we're a family. And I about lost 6 of our guests onto the floor, trying to understand that. But I am so honored to have been a small piece in that change agent that led to the incredible Amy Gamboyan, who then passed that on to the beautiful Annie. And you're well on your way to carrying on our boy legacy. I'm kidding you. But anyway, I'm just so excited to be here and to watch that national area grow as ours does. And I'm just really privileged. And you are such a woman of perseverance, Miss Annie. And I know that you will be a great inspiration, and your story will be told many times over to other women who are thinking, can I really do this amidst all this other things that are going on and where my priorities are. So congratulations, and God bless you in your new journey. Thank you.
My name is Suzanne Cleaver, and I'm from right here in Omaha, Nebraska. So excited to be here. I started my business 10 years ago in St. Louis, Missouri. And Congratulations, Annie and Amy. And Annie, we're so excited to have you in our Girlfriends Club of Directorship. It's so fun. I cannot wait to have you at our fall advance and all the other things that we do. It's just going to be great to have you there, and I know you're going to make a great contribution in so many women's lives. Congratulations. When I started my business, I started for many different reasons, but I quickly saw that Mary Kay was an unlimited earning opportunity, also an unlimited growing opportunity for personal growth. And I believe that's why I wanted to get into leadership. And now I realize that we as directors are dream givers and hope givers to people, and a lot of times in the real world, women don't have any hope anymore. And so my dream is to help women create the lives of their dreams, and that's why I'm in Mary Kay right now.
Well, hello, I'm Jordan Litherland, and also congratulations, Annie. I am so impressed. I know how I feel right now. I can't imagine what you just did. It's impressive. So it's already impressive to finish through DIQ, and it's definitely a push towards a goal, and that's already an accomplishment in and of itself. But of course, your little family that you have is just such a blessing. So I'm from Omaha. I've been a director now for over 4 years, and I love the fact that in leadership we do get to lead women, and so I love that we get to breathe belief into them. And of course, as Suzanne said, be a dream giver and really just show them that it's okay to love your life and to enjoy your work and to have a positive filled life as opposed to just always thinking about the negatives. So that's what I love right now.
Well, welcome. My name's Amy Kittrell, and I first want to congratulate my dear girlfriend Amy Gamboy, new executive senior! So proud of you and so excited for you. And Annie, oh my goodness, wow, you have done amazing things. And I found a card right before I got here. It's so like me to do that. And, and I just wanted to read what it said because I saw your little boys there, and of course I'm like, where's the little blonde, blue-eyed boy? Because life is full of lots of events and babies and baby boys, and the card says, and we can all hear this, life is not a dress rehearsal, but it is full of lots of costume changes. And so you will have lots of, with having little boys, you'll have lots of costume changes, but I just want to congratulate you for putting on the big girl costume, the director suit, and for getting it done, and darn, you look good. Well said. And I congratulate you both too. Amy, congratulations to you, Executive Senior. We all see you as a national, and Annie, you're a beautiful part of that film, so congratulations to both of you. My name is Connie Lamp. I've been a director soon 25 years, so I've been around a while, and I think, as everyone said up here, I would ditto it, but my driving force to become a director was the security of this position. And I was Kid the Gals. I brought one of my new consultants with me tonight. She was saying, and I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, but I thought it was so funny. She said, she said, I have a blemish here. I don't know if people would buy skincare from me because my skin isn't perfect like yours. And I said, do you know what I think sometimes is, gosh, I have a line and a wrinkle here. I'm no matter what season you're in. It's the heart and it's the security of this business. And I kid about this, but it's true. And anybody that made the money that we make at this level in another job in my corporate life, which was engineering before this, I would be scared of my position or nervous about it because we're being downsized, and we're at that age, so we are. And Mary Kay, we're told, go girl, go. So I love that. And when I started, I had a 5-month-old and a 5-year-old. So I look at your beautiful family, Annie, and I think what a great journey that you don't have to have any regrets. You're going to be able to be a wonderful wife and mother, and mentor other women. It's the best business there is. So congratulations.
Okay, great. Okay, so we've got to do this. Oh, can we kind of come right in the middle right here? Okay, so directors, will you repeat after with Annie? Okay, so this is the official new director oath. How many of you in the audience want to be taking this oath? Thank you. Okay, so here we go. I solemnly pledge to uphold and project the Mary Kay image.
I solemnly pledge to uphold and project the Mary Kay image.
I will always conduct myself with dignity.
I will always conduct myself with dignity.
Building my business with the highest ethics and integrity.
Building my business with the highest ethics and integrity.
I will be the essence of dependability.
I will be the essence of dependability.
Honoring all the commitments that I make.
Honoring all the commitments that I make.
I will uphold and support my sister sales directors.
I will uphold and support my sister sales directors.
In the daily practice of the Golden Rule.
In the daily practice of the Golden Rule.
I will always strive for a positive attitude.
I will always strive for a positive attitude.
Setting the example for others to follow.
Setting the example for others to follow.
I dedicate myself to the Mary Kay Go Give spirit.
I dedicate myself to the Mary Kay Go Give spirit.
And to enriching women's lives.
And to enriching women's lives.
This I pledge.
This I pledge.
As a Mary Kay.
As a Mary Kay.
Independent.
Sales
director.
Sales director.
For coming forward. Keep the applause rolling. Well, we've got a couple of hunky men in this room. And we always say that Mary Kay is a team sport for those who are blessed to have a significant or an incredible husband who is with them on the journey. And I have had that privilege of having Pete Gamboyan next to me on the Mary Kay journey for the far majority of it. And many of you know that Pete grew up in a Mary Kay home and that we were introduced to each other by a customer. And our first pink Cadillac was delivered to us 3 days before our wedding. And we've brought 2 little girls home in pink Cadillacs, Victoria being 9 and Juliana being 3. And he is truly not only a $1 million man, but truly a national quality level husband. So Pete, come on down. I am so proud that he's wearing the tie tonight because I have to tell you, when he left the house this morning, he had his Buffalo Bills jersey in his arm. Okay, there we go. I knew there'd be at least one. He is so loyal, and I know you love the Mary Kay company, and I know that your loyalty is such an asset to all of the women in our future national area, and that you're excited about welcoming Keegan into our family. So you go ahead.
Well, nice to see another Buffalo Bill in the house. I thought I was the only one in the state. Annie, I can't believe that it's been only a month that you've been a director. I've been hearing about you for a year. And congratulations. What an accomplishment, and coming into the sisterhood of directors that you're going to love, and you're going to experience things and do things that you never imagined. Because we look back now, we've been a director for 11 years now, and the stories and the trips that we go on and the things that we get to experience with corporate and our fellow sister directors is incredible. And we have a lot of laughs. And I know, Keegan, you kind of think about, okay, what's going on here as you're getting acclimated to the Mary Kay world. But there's a guyhood too. We stand strong, and we enjoy it. But one of the great things that Mary Kay's done for us is given us flexibility and freedom and choice in what we want to do as a family. And the first thing that we talked about when we got married is, where's our best opportunity with my career? Or Amy was a brand new director at the time, and we didn't want a ceiling. We didn't want to max out at saying, okay, this is as far as you can go, as long as you do it the corporate way, and you can work as hard as you want, but we can't promise you for tomorrow. And that was what I thought it was going to be like, and until Mary Kay came and said, there's no ceiling, there's endless opportunities. And it was a no-brainer. So together we built this, and I'm as involved as I can be. Believe it or not, Amy's more of the front person than I am. I'm more of the back guy behind the scenes. I tried to be in front at first. It didn't go well, so we switched over. And Amy took over, and things are starting to come together a little bit. But congratulations. I know you worked so hard, and what an incredible month you've had. You became a new director, and beautiful, healthy baby boy, and you're moving to Minneapolis, so I can't imagine October being any more difficult. But what a great family you have. And then Keegan, I'm a year and a half. My brother and I are a year and a half difference, and I just remember growing up playing baseball and football and hockey in the family room and bedroom and basement, and just going nuts in the house, and there's a lot of great memories. So your boys are going to have a lot of great stories too, and good luck to you guys with all that. But good for you. We're so proud of you, and Annie, you're such an incredible woman, and I know our unit and your unit just think so highly of you, and we're just so proud of you, really proud of you. So congratulations.
So, since Annie's oathed in, we think Keegan should be oathed in too. What do you think? Should we oath in the Mary Kay director? That's good note? Okay, so Keegan, we're going to have you come forward. Annie, you might come forward for some moral support at this time.
Oh no. Uh-oh. It's speaking.
And Scotty, you're going to come here with your dad.
He's here for support.
And of course, we do this in great fun. We already know that you're an incredible Mary Kay husband, because with Annie, you guys are building this together, and you guys are going to be great. So here we go. As an official Mary Kay sales director husband, I promise to carry all her supplies, product boxes, and pink stuff to the house on a daily and almost daily basis.
As an official Mary Kay sales director husband, I promise to carry all of our supplies, product boxes, and pink stuff from the car to the house on a daily, almost daily basis.
Take tons of pictures of her and all of her consultants at seminar, career conference, and other events.
Take tons of pictures of her and all of her consultants at seminar, career conference, and other events with crying babies.
Hug all our consultants, always tell them how great they are.
Hug all our consultants, always tell them how great they are.
Keep her Mary Kay car spotless and cleaned out.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Keep her Mary Kay car spotless and cleaned out.
Never ever tell her that her car or office are a mess unless the company starts paying her the big bucks for excelling in cleanliness.
Never ever tell her that her car or office are a mess unless the company starts paying her the big bucks for excelling in cleanliness.
Never ever ask her what kind of month she is going to have.
Never ever ask her what kind of month she is going to have.
Never ever ask her how much production we have in unless it's the last day of the month.
Never ever ask her how much production we have in unless it's the last day of the month.
And finally, as a Mary Kay sales director husband, I promise to tell my wife on a daily basis how incredibly awesome she is.
And finally, as a Mary Kay sales director's husband, I promise to tell my wife on a daily basis how incredibly awesome she is.
Before we bring Annie up so that you can hear her story and from her heart, Keegan, I just have to thank you so much for all of the support that you've given her. When Annie started her business, it was 2 days before Keegan was deployed to be in Qatar for like the 6th time defending our country and giving all of us the freedoms that we so home to do Annie's welcome appointment, and Keegan was there, and it was the day before he was leaving to be deployed, and he sat down at the kitchen table, and he was a part of that welcome appointment. He has been with her from the very beginning, supportive and telling her you can absolutely do this. So we are so grateful to you for the role of support you've played. We're also so grateful to you for balancing all of the juggles and all that kind of stuff going on at home. Pete and I know that story very well because we live it too, but we cannot thank you enough. So one more round of applause for Pete. All right, she's ready to come on up. You're going to hear a story. Thank you.
Okay, well, thanks again for coming, you guys. I am so honored to be sharing my story with you tonight. First of all, I would like to thank Amy for her time, her wisdom, and her leadership and belief in me. When everything seemed like it was falling apart, she knew that it was coming together. I also want to thank my awesome husband, Keegan. Without you, this would have never happened. You are the best dad. I'm so proud of the way you are with our boys. You are always flexible with my schedule, even when I forget to put events on the calendar. You tolerate my randomness and sometimes lack of organization. I say sometimes, I think he would say more than that. You're the love of my life, and I want to let you know that without you and your support, we would never have experienced this success. So thank you. Well, I want to share a little bit about my background with you. I have the most wonderful family. Along with my husband Keegan, I have that little blonde hair one who had to be escorted out of the room. He's 21 months old, and his name is Cullen, and we have a beautiful new son named Scotty, and he was born to us on September 8th. So what a blessing he was to us. And Keegan, like Amy said, is in the Air Force, and we've been stationed here in Omaha for about 4 years, going on our 5th year. I'm a former kindergarten teacher, and it was always my dream to be a stay-at-home mom. And we were so blessed that I was able to quit my job and become a full-time mommy. And as time went on, I began losing myself and didn't know where to turn. I loved being a stay-at-home mom. It was always my dream, but there was almost there was so much, only so much TLC I could watch. I tried taking up hobbies like knitting and painting, and needless to say, I know Keegan can vouch for this, those are projects are the back, stuff back in the closet. So, well, I have to say that God had intervened and showed me where I needed to go. I was invited to Deb Dury's grand opening, and I never met her before, but she worked with Keegan. And the reason why she joined Mary Kay was because she wanted more women's support and more friends. And Keegan said that she was nice, so I thought, you know what, I'll go. We'll just see how this goes. And I like meeting new people, so why not? Well, I went and I had a great time. And Amy closed me and she asked me about the opportunity. I honestly thought she was nuts. I looked at her and I thought, no way, this is nothing I would ever want to do. Selling scares me. This is not my personality. I'm a kindergarten teacher, not the selling type. So how would this work for me? But the next day I went on a walk with Cullen, and I really believe that God was talking to me. My thoughts led me to think that maybe Mary Kay, the opportunity, would be the answer to my prayers. And I still wasn't totally convinced. So I called my voice of reason. I called my mom, and I was really hoping she'd talk me out of it. It really was. And on the contrary, she had said, Annie, what do you have to lose? And I said, well, I thought about it for a second. I said, nothing, really. And she said, well, then it's a no-brainer. And I took a leap and I joined. And about 2 weeks later, Keegan deployed to the Middle East, and I thought, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? I have a 10-month-old at home. How am I going to make this work? But you know what, in Mary Kay, when we want to do something, we find a way. And but I told Amy at that time, you know what, I'm only going to do Mary Kay for once a week, and that's it. And my attitude was kind of crummy because I didn't know how I was going to balance everything. Well, let me ask the consultants in the room right now, how many of you are going to advance? Awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to hear that, because my attitude and my picture changed when I attended Fall Advance. But I have to tell you what, it was not easy getting there. Keegan was deployed. I had no idea what I was going to do with Cullen. I was still nursing at the time. But thankfully, I had such a wonderful support system, and my parents drove all the way from Minnesota to come take care of my son for one night. I know, awesome, huh? Yeah. Find a way, make a way, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And Amy kept telling me, Annie, this is going to change your life, and I really didn't believe her. I thought, yeah, right. How can one weekend totally change my life? But she was right. So for those of you who are going to advance, I'm so proud of you, because you are in, oh my gosh, you're just in for an awesome, awesome weekend. Well, I went to advance and met our wonderful national Stacy James, and I was completely hooked. I quickly got into my red jacket, and for those of you who are our guests tonight, that means that you have three recruits with you, okay? And after that, I quickly got into my red jacket, and I was excited for the next step.
But Keegan, he returned from deployment in December, and he really didn't know what was coming, okay? I was busy, I was growing, and I was changing, and I remember he said to me, I think it was on the drive home to Minnesota or back for Christmas time, and he looked at me, so what, are you some kind of businesswoman now or something? And I looked at him and I said, yeah, I kind of am. Well, I was so happy to have him home, but it was quite an adjustment. It was a balancing act, trying to balance time with him being home now, with Mary Kay and my child Colin, and I was in Mary Kay, but not really doing Mary Kay. Can any of you relate to that? Mm-hmm. I didn't know where I wanted to go or what I wanted to do. God knew that my future was directorship. I went to leadership conference and had a great time, and I caught the dream again, but I was absolutely terrified to become a director again, because just before leadership, I found out I was pregnant again. And I thought, oh my gosh, 2 babies under 2. How is this going to work? Well, I remained stagnant for a while. I was feeling a lot of guilt, and I really didn't know why, because in Mary Kay, we get to choose what kind of business we want to have. But Amy knew why I was feeling guilt, because she had told me, do you know what that feeling is? And I said, what? She goes, that's God stirring in your heart, telling you you're meant for more. There's more for you. And I remained in that same spot until I heard the hotline message. It was from Cindy Machado Flippin on March 1st. I'll never forget that day, because that's when I really started listening to the hotline message. And she said on that message, tell your director you will do anything that she says for the next 90 days and see what happens. Well, I did everything Amy said, and I submitted for DIQ on April 1st. But guess what? The fear got the best of me, and I fell out of DIQ. I was scared. But at the end of April, my why had changed, and soon DIQ seemed to be my only option. You see, Keegan was up for major in the Air Force. He was up for promotion, and he was passed over for the 2nd time, which meant that we had to separate from the Air Force. And this is really just what got me. He gave 13 years of his life, and he really received nothing, no pension, no benefits, but we did receive a separation pay. I knew now that I had to make a choice, and I decided to own directorship, take responsibility, and finish it. I was in my 4th month of DIQ and into the 2nd week, and I was dilated. My belief was low, and I was terrified. Well, what I thought was going to happen didn't happen. It was ironic because Stacey James and Amy both trained on getting out of our comfort zones. Stacey always said, you're not stuck, you just need to take a step out of your comfort zone. I needed new people, my referral lists weren't booking, and Amy and I had a heart-to-heart. And she said, you need to get out of the house and warm chat. For those of you who don't know what warm chatting is when you meet new friends, when you're out shopping, when you're at the grocery store, and you offer them our great services, and you know what, warm chatting is not my strength. I literally stomped my foot and said, Amy, I hate warm chatting. You know what she said to me? She said, Annie, you're kind of like a 5-year-old who doesn't want to take a nap. So, well, okay, I had to kind of adjust myself a little bit. Well, like I said, warm chatting is not my strength, but I honestly had no idea how I was going to finish DIQ without doing it. I had no choice, and Amy is usually right. So I didn't have much on my calendar, and I needed to get into motion. Well, Jill, my partner in crime over here, awesome team member, her and I, we went warm chatting. Both of us were scared to death. It took us about 25 minutes to get the courage to start. We had a power hour to get 5 names. We had some polite yeses and some no's. And some people called back, but most didn't. But you know what? We did it. We had the courage. And I think that was the best thing that happened that day. It gave us courage. Well, I was in motion, and I still had some courage left. And we had our squadron play group that day, and a gal named Amy, and unfortunately she's not here tonight because her husband's deploying tomorrow. And so she wanted to be home with him, which I would be too. But I met her. I met her once before, and I knew she was really nice. I took a deep breath, and I invited her to one of our Monday night events. She accepted, and she had tons of fun that night. When it came time to close her, I asked her what she liked the most. And she said, "You're not going to believe this, but it was actually when you talked about the philosophies of the company. You see, I was praying for something to come along, and this could be the answer." This sounded just like my story. And Amy signed up that night. And not only did I step out of my comfort zone, but you know what? I get it now. Because I'm not only blessed in this company, but I am able to bless another person's life who needed something so much like I did. And guess what? Our story has the happiest of endings, because Keegan was chosen by the Guard unit in Minneapolis, where our families still live. We will be moving closer to our families, and that's where we want to be. Since our company has no territories, I can move my business to Minnesota and continue to build our awesome unit. And God has a plan for us, and even though sometimes it doesn't seem to be going the way we had hoped, we have to remember that God's plan is perfect. Well, right now, what I want to do is bring forth our wonderful unit, because I couldn't do this on my own. This night is to honor you, and you are the reason this came together. I am so blessed to be your director, your leader, and mentor. And my hope is that I can create a vision for you, just as Amy has for me. So first of all, what I want to do is I want to bring forth our qualified members, because these women, they earn a wonderful prize for becoming a qualified consultant. And the first gal I'd like to come up is Jim. Okay, so what I decided with the gals tonight is I picked one word that describes them. And Jem, your word I chose for you is committed. This is Jem's second time around in Mary Kay, and she has caught the Mary Kay dream and is committed to achieve. Like a lot of women, Jem is super, super busy. Listen to this, you guys. She's a full-time teacher, a college student, and a mom of 3. And even with a plate or full plate, she was actually a Book 10 achiever this past month. So Jill, would you come forward, please? Okay, the word I chose for Jill is passionate. Whenever I think of Jill, I see a smile grinning from ear to ear. She has such a love for Mary Kay Cosmetics and believes that through this company, she can change lives. She is the best cheerleader, and with her passion, she can take her business anywhere she wants. So thank you so much. Okay, Miss Kaylee, I think we need to get your little
She's just a track.
Oh, Kaylee, the word I chose for you is enthusiastic. Oh my gosh. Kaylee is always thinking about having a great time and how she can weave fun into her life and into Mary Kay. Kaylee's always up for the challenge, and her unbridled enthusiasm is so contagious. You know, obviously she just had surgery in her foot, and having her here tonight just shows you the character of this wonderful woman. Okay, awesome. Well, Jen, why don't you come on forward? Yes. This woman, oh my goodness. The word I chose for you was determined. This is also Jen's second time in Mary Kay, and has always said that this is not my business, but God's business. She knows where she's going and knows that God has a plan for her. Jen is willing to take advice and implement a strategy to succeed. This determination is going to take you to the top. Miss Shalane. Shalane, the word I chose for you is trusting. Shalane is new to our unit, brand new. And I have learned so much from her already. She knows where she's going and the goals she wants to accomplish. Although she doesn't always know how she's going to get there, but each day she prays that the Lord shows her the way. That is trust. Amen. And we know that when we have trust, that's half the equation for success in this business. And lucky last, Jenny. Jenny, the word I chose for you is empowered. Jenny is also new to our unit, and we just had our welcome appointment on Saturday. So I'm so happy. You know, the thing about Jen here is that she had to find a way to be here tonight. So just so pleased that you're here. And like I said, the word I chose for you is empowered. During our welcome appointment, I could see the excitement in your eyes, and you were already owning your success. And I could tell that you just felt empowered by making just a couple decisions. And making a decision is the first step to the road to success. Okay, well, gals, Amy, if you, well, I just want to thank all of you consultants for being here tonight. And it just, you guys are really the reason why we are here tonight. So I just want everyone to give them a round of applause. Well, Miss Amy, oh my, I want to take the time to personally thank you. Thank you for creating such a wonderful event for my family and for my unit. I thank you for my success. You have stretched my thinking. I had that girdle on my head for a long time, but you really have stretched my thinking and helped me strengthen my faith and belief, and you never gave up on me, even those times when I stomped my foot. You have such a gift of helping me and other women create a vision and lay out a plan to make that vision a reality. And I am dedicated to continue to learn from you so I can bless my unit with everything you teach me. So thank you. There are just a couple other women I want to thank, and I'm sorry I keep going on and on, but my gosh, and Mary Kay is so awesome because, oh my gosh, everyone's so awesome. Well, I want to thank my sister directors. Stacy, will you come up here, please? I always love doing events with you. We always have fun. I kind of miss our Saturdays because that was kind of like our special bonding time. Well, I have to say that it's just so neat because our stories are very similar, and it was so nice to know that you were always cheering me on and right behind me 100%. So I just want to thank you for that, and your cute little messages and phone calls just meant the world to me. So thank you so much. And Angela, will you come up here, please? Well, Angela, thank you so much for your inspiration. For those of you who don't know, Angela joined the company in July of last year, and you became a director in December. And whenever I felt like giving up, I just thought of your story, and it made me realize that, you know what, if Angela can do it, I can do it too. So thank you for your inspiration and just your friendship. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Okay, are we having fun? Yeah. Okay, so if we have guests who are in the room again, we know you're here. Stand up again for another round of applause. Okay, so are you all ready for fun? Did we promise you that we were going to give away free stuff? Yeah. Okay, so I love games. How many of you love games? And how many of you are competitive with games? You really love to win. Okay, well, we're going to play a game here, and this is like a do not be shy kind of game, okay? Now, we're not doing any charades or anything like that, but what you're going to need is you're going to need to get your handbag, and you're going to need to put your handbag on your lap, and you're going to need to open up your handbag. Okay, so where are our consultants who are helping us out here? Rebecca, we need to steal you. We need to steal April. Okay, we need some tickets going on. We're going to get some tickets going on around this room. Okay, so yes, so we kind of get set up and ready to go. Are your handbags open? You're looking inside. You see some loot in there, Cammie? Got some loot? Got some loot. Okay, so here's the deal. You've learned a lot about Mary Kay and about our culture and about our environment just being here with us this evening. But the four of us wanted to share just 4 quick things about what we most appreciate about what being in this environment, in this culture, and in this company has blessed our lives with. And we know that there are women who came tonight who came excited about trying product. Raise your hand if you were excited to try product. And keep your hands raised if you loved it. If you loved it? Okay. And I want you to keep your hand raised if you were excited to hear more about the Mary Kay opportunity tonight. And that's one of the reasons why you came. Keep your hands raised. Okay. That's great. That's great. Now, as we share this information, I want you to know that we do not share this information with any pressure upon you. But we would be remiss to bring you into our environment and to share a few fun things, but then leave you hanging. That's kind of like going to 3/4 of the movie and then you don't see the ending. We can't leave you hanging. So we're going to fill in the rest of the details for you so that you can make great decisions tonight. And there are 3 great decisions that are available to you. One is the decision to be a great customer of your consultant, and she will greatly appreciate you being a great customer and promoting her and supporting her business that way. A second decision that you might make is to host a party for her. Gather some girlfriends, give her more practice, and have a great time. And for you, get discounted product or free product from her. And then, of course, the third choice that we have available to you is the opportunity to be a part of our sisterhood and to be a part of our girlfriends club. And so we will finish out at the end of our story here tonight by giving you the key information that you would need to be able to make that decision, whether it's behind door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3. And I want you to know whatever you would decide for you is completely great for us, okay? So we're going to give you a letter from the alphabet, and you're going to race to find something in your handbag that starts with that letter. Okay? It does not matter what you pull out. What does matter is how fast you do it. Sound good? So speed is the name of the game. And as soon as you've got that item, we have got to hear you loud and clear. You've got to say, got it. And then our ticket women, 2 beautiful DIQs whose debuts will be next in Omaha, Nebraska. Okay, so you're going to get tickets for being first done. And then we'll do some drawings from tickets and do some good stuff, okay? Are we ready? So the very first letter you're going to hear about. Annie's going to tell you about this one. Find something in your purse that starts with the letter P.
Oh.
All right. So just the first person. Where was got it from? over here. Okay, right there, we heard it first. It's honor policy in Mary Kay. So, okay, get tickets.
Did we get them?
Did we get them? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, you guys, oh my gosh. Well, I just hope you enjoyed my story because, oh gosh, it's so exciting. And the P actually stands for philosophies in this company. And when Mary Kay created this business, she always knew that we needed to put God first, family second, and career third. Because she knew that if we didn't have everything right with God and everything right with our family, then you know what? Our business is not going to be successful. So she needed to know that we have our priorities straight. Okay? Second of all, we play by the golden rule. We're going to get some tickets for anyone who knows the golden rule. Who knows the golden rule? Go for it, girl.
Do unto others as others do to you.
You bet. That is what we play by in Mary Kay. And what that means in Mary Kay is that we would never want to steal each other's customers or steal each other's team members. So what we do in Mary Kay is we always refer customers back to their consultant if they're already a Mary Kay customer. So we believe that there's enough faces to go around. Okay? Also, no territories. What that means in our situation, we are so blessed by that because I do not have to start my business over. I get to go to Minnesota and I get to build an awesome unit up there too and keep my wonderful gals here in Omaha, which is so awesome. So blessed for that. Okay? And you know what, you guys? This is the reason why I was so relieved to join Mary Kay. We have no quotas. Does anyone want to tell me what they think that means? No quotas in Mary Kay? What'd you say, Joni? No limits. No limits. You know what? But you know what? When I started Mary Kay, I didn't get that. I just thought, oh, good. I didn't have to sell, if I really stuck at this, it's okay. No one's going to fire me, and no one's going to tell me, you're done, okay? But guess what, Joni? I love how you say no limits, because guess what? No one can put a cap on how much money we make in this company, and I'm so glad you know that. So that's our philosophy.
Love it. Give her a round of applause. Okay, are you ready? Your next letter, you got to be creative on this one. And we got to hear got it. Okay, that's what we're listening for. Are you ready? It's the letter F, like Frank.
Woo! Febreze. Febreze.
Well, again, my name is Stacy. Isn't it fun to play games? I know we're all adults.
That was creative.
Come on, we love this. We're hoping you're having fun. That is actually one of the words we talk about when we talk about the letter F, because we want you to have fun. Are you having fun? Yes. Okay, good. Again, my name is Stacy Badura, and I love the freedom and flexibility of Mary Kay. And I think I talked about that when I was in the line, but when I started, I really was kind of in the same position. I thought, I'll do this for a little bit. I had a lot of debt, and I wanted just to, make the commissions and sell the product, and I didn't even try the product before I signed up. So those of you who tried the product, you were a step ahead of me. I just heard 50% commission, and I knew my friend Lorena. I thought, oh, she can do it, I can do it, and I just thought I'd go for it. And so I remember opening my starter kit for the first time and trying the cleanser. But I was already impressed with Amy, because who wouldn't be? And I was impressed with the philosophies and a little bit about what I heard, but then I thought about the flexibility. And my situation was that I was at a position, and I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but you really can't go anywhere from your position. You're kind of stuck. And I was in a high school that I loved working at, but I was at the top of my pay scale, and I hadn't had a raise for many years, because with my master's degree, they just couldn't pay me anymore. It really wasn't even their fault. So that was frustrating. It didn't matter how good I worked, didn't matter how many extra hours I put in. And I had already kind of reached that level of leadership as a department chair, so I thought, what else can I really do? And so I love the opportunity for the freedom of the income. And then, now I love the opportunity of the flexibility of working when you want to work. Who likes that idea of being able to set your own schedule? Really, it's like a whole new world. I mean, when you never have to drive in rush hour, and you almost forget about it, and then just forget about it when you haven't had a car payment for 4 or 5 years. That's even more exciting, because you can't even relate to what it's like to pay car insurance. I mean, all these flexibility things were so exciting for me. But the other piece of it is that I didn't realize, I kind of thought I might have children and that didn't work out for me, but
I love it that my flexibility comes in the form of taking care of my parents. And they're elderly, they're in their 80s, and I am really with them a lot, and I didn't realize my mom's health would decline in the way that it did, but we have kept her at a nursing home, we have kept her at home, we have tons of support, and I'm kind of the executor. In fact, they call me the oxygen Nazi, because I am the one that knows how to take care of her oxygen, you know, but I get to do that because I'm home all the time, and I get to work my Mary Kay business around that. So that's the F for me. So I'm glad we switched those letters. So anyway, thank you very much.
Okay, be quick on the draw on this one. This one's really easy. R.
Got it.
Woo!
Awesome job. You guys are getting this game. Okay, so again, I'm Angela Schneider, and I've been building my business for a little over a year. I have owned a dance and gymnastics business in Aurora for the last 12 years, have 2 amazing kids that are 9 and 11. So when I brought Mary Kay into my life, I thought everything was going along great. It wasn't because I was looking for something else to do, but my big thing that I have always said is what I was attracted to was the amazing positive energy of this company, of Amy, and the rest of the consultants in the environment. And that is what attracted me to that company, or to the company, and I really thought I was just going to do it a little at first, but I loved being in the environment. Do you guys all love being in this environment tonight? And so that is the part that I really loved and wanted to be in it more and more. And here I am today. I get to talk about rewards and recognition. And there's a lot of external, tangible rewards that the company offers us, a lot of great things, diamond rings, great shoes, great handbags. I got a Tiffany bracelet. That was one of my favorite prizes. And what do you think our most popular reward is that you see? The cars. And I have been so blessed to earn 3 cars in the last year. In March, and love driving that, and they alluded to it's great. The company pays for the license, taxes, and 85% of the insurance, so it's like free driving down the road. But the best rewards that you get in the company are not things that are tangible or that I ever would have seen from the outside, and that is the woman that you become. And just what being surrounded by all of those amazing people does for you in your life. And that's really something that it's hard to describe on the outside, that all of us are describing the woman that you become. But when you are in a culture that you are surrounded by people that are constantly pouring into your life and lifting you up, it is amazing what you become. In that fertile ground, and then not only how that changes your life, but what it does for your family. The amazing rewards not only in the woman that I've become, but what I have seen in changes in my children as they are part of that. As you are pouring that positive energy into you, that is what you're spilling out into other people and spilling out to them as well.
Okay, is your handbag heated up? Last letter's the easiest. It's the letter M. I heard it real quiet from Cammie back there. Got it. Okay. So what do you suppose the letter M would stand for? We've talked about philosophies. We've talked about flexibility and freedom and fun and friends. We've talked about rewards and recognition. What's the letter M going to stand for in terms of all the things that we have such great appreciation for in this company? What is it? I heard it. Say it louder. How many of you want more of it? Raise your hands. Okay. So that's what our last letter stands for. And truly, when I got started in the company almost 14 years ago and was working full-time at the University of Nebraska, I needed to pay off some student loan debt. Can anybody relate to that or anything like it? Okay, so I needed to have a way to do that because my paycheck was covering my living expenses. I didn't have an extra $200 to $500 a month to be able to just put towards student loans. And if I didn't, I wouldn't have had any fun in terms of spending. And how many of you want to have some fun with spending too? and having some choices, being able to shop and buy brand new cute boots for the fall or go on a girlfriend's weekend. And so essentially, I just wanted more choices, and those choices really related to the financial component in my life at that time. And so I'm going to share with you, there are 3 ways that we generate our income in Mary Kay, and I say can very purposefully because we get to. We're each our own bosses, and so we get to do what we want to do in this business. And so the first way, can you guess for me what the first way is that women in this company can generate their income? And do not overthink that.
Selling product.
Who said it? Retailing the product. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, retailing the product. So once again, guess, if you put product on your face tonight, raise your hand if you love that product that you sampled this evening. Excellent. Okay. I love it. Some of you are feeling your face again. I love it. That's how you know you got a good product on, right? But when we retail our product, you know, one of the great things about it is that it's consumable. So guess what happens to our product? When you use it up. And what does that mean for your consultant? That means repeat business, because what happens when you run out of a cleanser or a mascara or a lip gloss? Do you stop using those products for the rest of your life? No, you go back, and that's the key reason why Mary Kay chose skincare and cosmetics as the product that we would market, because she wanted it to be recession resistant and consumable. So no matter what the economy does, women still wash their face. Woohoo! Love it. No matter what happens, women still birth baby girls. Right? Baby girls are always being born. We didn't see any baby girls tonight, but baby girls are always being born tonight, right? They're at my house. Okay? And so we have a business that just continues to go. It's a residual business based on sales of the product. Our commission is outstanding, 50%. It is almost double what most direct sales companies offer to their consultants as a commission, which is fantastic. Averages, I'll share 2 with you just to give an idea. The average that consultants will generate in a typical hour when they're retailing the product is between $50 and $100 an hour profit. I will tell you, the University of Nebraska, in my professional position, paid me nowhere near that. So $50 to $100 an hour, particularly when you have a little click on the personal website and that product order comes in as a reorder, and it's like, you've got to be kidding. I just had a $150 reorder and I just clicked the button on the website and had 50% commission from that. That's outstanding. Another average I can share with you is an annual average. Guess, just out of curiosity, how many of you feel like you have 2 hours a week that is free and unaccounted for that you can do at that time what you want to do with it? Like 2 hours a week, raise your hand. Okay? Those of you who don't have your hands raised, if you wanted to have 2 hours free a week, I'm assuming you could find 2 hours free, because one of the things that I know is that anything that's important to us, we'll make time for. How many of you know that to be a truth in our world? Anything that's important to you, whether it be a person or an experience, you will find time for. So 2 hours a week, a consultant who spends 2 hours a week in her business consistently and does one average appointment during that time, during that week after week after week in her business, will generate $6,000 to $8,000 in extra income from her Mary Kay business for the year. Not counting one reorder, not counting one extra commission check from the company. How many of you could spend $6,000 to $8,000 this year as a little bonus from Mary Kay? Raise your hands. You could spend it. Some of you might do debt reduction. Some of you might put it towards savings, a portfolio. Some of you might do a family vacation. Others of you might buy a whole lot of shoes and bags. Wherever you want to spend that money, you have choices. Okay, so that's the first way that we make our income in this business. The second way we generate our income is by building a team. And I would love at this time for all of our red jackets, next generation of leaders in Mary Kay, to stand up and get a huge round of applause if you are in a red jacket. Not only sharing our product with women, but they have also mastered the art of breathing belief into other people and investing in other women, because they each have teams, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 team members on their team, and they're looking at directorship, and they're excited about it. And so when we build teams in Mary Kay, and a team starts with how many? 1. How many? 1. It starts with 1. It starts with 1. So back in the day when I started building my team, it was me plus 1. Right? How many of you remember the movie Field of Dreams? What's the line in the Field of Dreams? If you build it, they will come. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have all the training in the world, but I had a dream. And I got about Mary Kay's dream, and I thought, this is a pretty awesome place to be. I think there's some other women who probably would like this too. And we start building a team. And so when you do that, the company thanks you, and they thank you out of Mary Kay's half of the money. Now, Mary Kay as a corporation is doing $4.18 billion a year right now, and we are totally debt-free. That deserves a round of applause. A company that knows how to steward appropriately, steward finances, steward recognition, how to treat people. It is awesome. And so when you build a team in Mary Kay, the company thanks you every month out of their half of the money, and they give you a commission check. And that commission check is yours to do whatever you want to do with it. Now, your team members didn't have to pay you a dime. That's the best part of it. That all comes from corporate. Okay? So I remember my first commission check came. Melissa will remember this too, because I placed a phone call to her and said, I don't know what this is. And she said, what do you mean? I said, well, I know it's a check, but I don't get why I'm getting it. It was $1,100, and my team was 5 women at that time, and I was just excited about helping people and wanting women to be blessed with this experience. And she said, that's your commission check because you're building your team, and it's Mary Kay's way of thanking you. It's a paycheck of the heart. How many of you feel like you'd be doing good if you had paychecks of the heart? Okay, so out of curiosity, how many of you in your life, in your personal life or in your work life, you show other people ways to do things? Raise your hand. You give advice. How many of you give advice? How many of you give encouragement? How many of you are kind of nurturers? How many of you believe in that great girlfriend of yours that she can do anything, and you're sometimes the voice of truth on that for her, right? And so that's what we do as team builders in this company, and it is so awesome. Third way that we generate our income, and I'm so grateful for in our family, is the opportunity to have an executive lifestyle, an executive income, and an executive position. And when I got started in Mary Kay, I was 23 years old. And no matter how wonderful the university thought I was, they were not likely to pay someone in their mid-20s a 6-figure income. It just wasn't a part of what the organization would typically do, okay? But I was able in Mary Kay to decide I want to be an executive trainer, and I want to invest my life into the lives of other people. And those of us who have chosen that in the orchid suits and our red jackets coming up right behind us, we just happen to have chosen a company that honors when you invest in other people. So what I always say is that in Mary Kay, niceness counts. And what we do as leaders, we would do for nothing. Because our life is invested in helping other people and being a blessing. We always say we're blessed to be a blessing. Who can I be a blessing to today? But it really pays to be in a company that honors those who are servant leaders, and a company who says, girl, you're worth 6 figures. Girl, stop those financial worries. It's time for you to have some freedom and flexibility. So I want you to just yell out for me. If you had a 6-figure income right now and you were loving life, setting your own schedule, living with the right priority system, getting all the other perks like the free cars and all that kind of stuff, hanging around with the best girlfriends in all the world, just yell out for me one word of how you would feel. And don't be shy. Good, blessed, awesome, free, empowered, courageous. I love it. I love it. And so those are a lot of the things that we all appreciate so much about this opportunity. And it's a snippet because we got to cut it short. We could talk all night. We would just need our jammies on and hot cocoa and just sitting by the pool or something, right? Wouldn't that be fun? But we don't have all night with you. And so I'm going to kind of bring us to a little bit of a close here. And I want to share with you that when women come into Mary Kay, we come into the company with a starter kit. And it's the one requirement that we have. So for the majority of us, when we came into the company, to be quite honest, we weren't thinking all super big. I wasn't. I was just thinking about paying off student loan debt and getting started that way. And then, of course, God revealed pictures in my vision where I could believe more and see more for myself, step after step after step that I would take. But for right now, for our guests in the room tonight, all you need to consider is a starter kit. And I bet we have one, and it's right by Stace. Okay, so here's the deal. The starter kit, being our only requirement as we come into the company, is packed. And we won't go through it all because there's so much stuff in there, it would take us another hour to do that. But there are 3 major things that come in that starter kit inside of it. Training materials, samples, and about $350 in full-size free product. Guess a lot of that product is what you sampled tonight. In those full-size tubes, that was what your consultant was working with, was her starter kit, okay? And that's what we get in our company. It's valued at $500, but we get it for $100. So all this time before, when I got my business started way back almost 14 years ago, I invested a $100 investment in myself and began building my business. And now we feel like we live a dream life because of Mary Kay. And so the starter kit is an option for you this evening, which is a great opportunity for you to take a peek at. Now I got a little insider scoop for you. We got a free one. Somebody is going to get a free one tonight, okay? So I'm going to let you think on it. Just let you think on it, because I told you we're not here to twist your arm. We're never going to twist your arm about the product or never about the opportunity. But if you feel like God's pulling on the heartstrings of your heart, and something about tonight is, I want more for my life, I think I could do this, I think I'm teachable, I could learn, I have a pretty good attitude, I like people, then tonight might be your night, okay? So I see someone who are like, yep, this is my night. Clear out, everybody, I'm getting that free kit. Okay, so we've got to do some drawings before we get to that one, okay? So I'm going to let you just think on that. Consultants, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask your beautiful guest who you invited here tonight, what do you think? What do you think? Is it something that's appealing to you? And guests, I want you to know your consultant might be kind of nervous to ask you that question. But she, out of the goodness of her heart, wanted you here tonight so you could hear what we have to offer. Because maybe, just maybe, you could be like Amy, who Annie offered the opportunity to. And she said, this is an answer to prayer. Okay? So we're going to start with some drawings for just fun, free product. We've got some tickets out here. And so women with some tickets, well, we've got a lot of free stuff up here. Okay, who's got tickets in the room? You got some tickets? Woo! Okay, here we go. So we're going to start drawing from tickets. And I'm going to have Angela's going to read the last 3 digits. If you win, I want you to hoop and holler and pretend like you're getting your first pink Cadillac or Ford Mustang. Black, pink light, which is the new Mary Kay car for this year. Okay, so it's the Mustang. Black, pink lights, custom made for us. Okay, so we've got a guest registration form coming around, and if you'll go ahead and complete that, we will do some other drawings from our guest registration form too. Okay?
Okay, are you guys ready? You have out your tickets?
Amy.
Here we go. The last